Hi, Eric Gibaud, ericgibaud.com, and today I don't know when you see this video, so I tell it now. Maybe it's okay for you, maybe not, okay? But I'm going to present a Ulanzi product, and right now this week they have Black Friday offers. So I've got a link in the description where you can get to the site and see everything they have. Actually, I've reviewed several of their products on my channel, so if you want to check it, it's down there. So let's go to the product I'm going to present today. You've noticed that sometimes I look at this camera, sometimes at this one, then at this one, then at this one, and maybe you're fed up with me turning head, okay? So many people ask me, how do you manage that? Obviously they know I've got two cameras, or you could have 2, 3, 4, whatever, but the thing is, how do you make that? Well, in post-production, when you edit the video, you do that. But then they tell me, yeah, but Eric, I cannot edit my video because I should actually do a live stream. How could I do this? Well, not just two cameras or one camera or 3 or 4, 5 cameras. The idea is multi-input. So many gamers actually ask me to how can I broadcast my face while I'm playing, and also a different view, different side, not just a webcam, but something different, and also my computer screen where I'm playing. Well, it's so easy, and this is what we're going to speak about. This Ulanzi video switcher, I'm going to tell you how easy it is to broadcast with this tool. So let's start. So first, let's see what's in the box. By the way, the exact name is DD02, okay, this model. So in the box, you will find that is perfectly protected. You have some foam in there, so it's really perfect. You will find a small box with some cable in there. Actually, I opened it already. Here you have the power supply, that is here. And you get a USB-C to C, okay, USB-C to USB-C, okay, that is here. I explained just after what it is. Obviously, you have a manual, and obviously you have the switcher itself, okay. So here are all the connections, and here all the buttons, so you can decide what you do. It's completely impossible for me to do a demo at the same time I actually show this. So first I explain a bit what it is about, then after I'll show you a small demo of the result. So people who are interested, they have an idea of what the switcher can do for them, okay? One thing I really like, first I already show you, look at this. Ta-da! Why this? Well, when you have all your cables that are connected to a switcher, it's always a problem because you walk around, you may fall, you may pull them out, all this, that may be a problem. And sometimes I'm here and I've got all my gear that is there. So it's not really practical to have a lot longer cable to me. So what have they done? Well, you can separate this. You can have this box, which is all the connections that are placed close to your gear. And then I've got this so I can connect and change cameras, select sound, and all this. Problem for me, the idea was great, but then I realized that to connect this to this, you need to use the included USB-C to USB-C cable. So my first reaction was, that would be a lot more simple if it was a Wi-Fi, so you don't have any cable at all. Then I spoke to a technician. He says, yes, Eric, that would be fantastic. But with Wi-Fi, you always have a small delay. So if you press here, change from camera 1 to camera 2, or 2 to 3, or whatever, you don't want this to happen half a second later. You want it to happen just when you click. So the only way is to use cable. But at least you just have one cable to connect this to this. If you're close to all your gear, you don't need to use the cable. You just get the switcher together and that's it, okay? So let's check the connection possibilities. Right in the back here, you have the power supply connector here. If you don't want to use to a wall and you want to be completely independent, you can also supply with a power bank. It needs to be powerful, but you can do it. Here you have 2 jacks for microphone entry. Actually, you can enter the sound through here, or if you use cameras, you can use the camera microphone and it will enter together with the HDMI, okay? Here you have 4 HDMI entries, so you could have 4 cameras to enter here. Here you have the out, so you can monitor what you're doing. You can connect a full screen, big, large monitor or a small monitor for video, as I've used so often and presented on my channel, so you connect it here. And here you have the input. This is computer input or video game console input. So let's say you play with your PlayStation, you want to have the information come here, or you're playing on the computer, you want to have it come here, it will come here. Then you have an HDMI output and a USB-C output. This is through here, you can output to computer and then stream from there. And here you have USB-C. This is to connect the cable that goes to this USB-C that is here when you separate both. And here at the top you have a jack, so you can monitor the sound, okay? You can connect headphone and monitor the sound. And here you have all the buttons. We're going to have a look at it. And by the way, if you wanted to help me, I can also help you. I've activated the member area of my YouTube channel. So yeah, there's a join button below. There are exclusive video. I don't speak about gear, just about photography, tuition, tips, all this. So please wait for you. And also I've got affiliated links in the description. If you're going to buy anything, please use them. And by the way, if you use the link of K&F Concept and Luminar Neo, then indicate the code ERIC10 and you get a 10% discount. Thank you so much, that really helps me. So let's carry on. So I've connected the power supply. There's no camera connected, but I'll show you the button lit and you can see it. Okay, so here there's a button on, power off. I press here. Yeah, okay, it becomes green. And here there are several areas. Okay, here you have 4 first buttons that are HDMI 1, 2, 3, and 4, and then 5. Here are my 4 cameras, up to 4 cameras. You don't have to have 4, but up to 4 cameras. And here you have 5 that would be yeah, computer input or PlayStation or whatever you're using, input that is here, okay? So how do you switch to one or another? You have the option cut. It means it simply jumps from one camera to the other. Simple, nothing nice, just tuck, 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 jumps. But sometimes you don't want that. You want to have a smooth transition. So you put in auto. Then you see I'm right now broadcasting with the number 1. I would be broadcasting, but I'm not connected, okay? And I said next camera to come out is number 3, okay? It becomes green. And then when I move this slider, it becomes red. Now it's broadcasting through this one. Okay, if I want to broadcast from one, as I can say, it jumps like this, okay? So you can easily select the camera you want, or the computer or PlayStation or whatever game console you have through here, okay? Cut is just jump and that's it. Now let's speak about the sound. So this is for the video output. Well, input, I would say. Output is what will come out, but the input, which one do you want to be active, okay? Well, before going to the sound, well, yeah, we go to the sound. Here you can manage a 2 microphone. There are 2 switch. Here it's in red, but when I start turning, it becomes green because now they are active. I can mute them. There's a mute button here, okay? And there is also a full control here, okay? If you don't use the sound with the microphone input, obviously you don't need that. If you use the sound with your camera, you can decide which sound you will take, maybe only camera 1, or maybe camera 1 and the input, the HDMI input from a computer or a console or whatever, and we have both sounds. Or you may say, no, I don't want the sound always from number 1. I want sound from the camera that is active. I've got 4 cameras, for example. And when I will switch, it will follow video. So I go to 3, and as you can see now, it's red also. Why? Because maybe you see this camera is pointing at me, but maybe I've got a second camera that is pointing at someone else with a microphone on top, and the sounds need to be from that camera. So if I do follow video, simply it will follow the video that is active. So you have a lot of possibility regarding sound. Now let's look at the PIP, picture in picture. Let's say you have to be in cut. First you have to switch in on here, okay? And I say I want camera number 2 to appear. I keep pressed, it becomes orange, okay? And then I say I want it in the right top corner. It will show in the right top corner, okay? Here you can switch it off if you don't want to have the PIP anymore. And here you have 3 buttons that are important. The number 1 is for the preview on your monitor. It shows what is being broadcasted. Number 2, it shows what preview, I can't remember. Number 2 is what you are broadcasting, or preview, depends. And number 3, you simply have all your input visible. The one that is being broadcasted is in red, and the other and the following, the waiting one will be in green, and the other one are just off. Okay, you see what's in there, but then they don't have a frame around. Okay, so it's so easy to use. There is also a button here that is to freeze the image. Okay, now I'm not frozen right now because I'm showing, but that can be like maybe for screen capture, whatever, or you want the action to be stopped because the thing is funny or whatever, or you don't want anything to be broadcasted and you want to stay like this, that's possible also. So you just put on hold, or before starting what would be the broadcast, maybe you want to have the image that is frozen, but that is here. Okay, it's really easy to use. So now I'm going to show you a small result so it gives you an idea. Okay, so a small demo. I've connected a monitor, so here you can see I've got my 2 cameras. I've got for 2 more, 1 2 3 cameras, 4 here. And here I've got, that would be like a game console, whatever. Here I'm just doing the demo with 2 cameras, okay? So it's easy. When I switch cameras, as you can see, right now the selected colors around is in red. If I go back to this one, the one that is selected as a red frame, okay? So now you see the monitor, so let's look at this. Right now here, as I said, I was on 1. If I go to 2, that jumps to this camera. 1, this camera. 2, I'll move here so you have a look here, okay? That is cut mode. If I go to auto mode, then I pre-select the one that is going to appear on the monitor. This one becomes green, and then I push here, okay? And it becomes to this camera, okay? And if I press here and push again, go back to this one, okay? If I want to do the PIP, it's really easy. I switch on PIP here. I select, I'll go to cut first, okay? I select the one that should go in PIP, and here it appears. So you can see in the small corner, I can decide where I want to place it, okay? All the time the sound is coming from camera 1. I've got a microphone connected to it. Otherwise it would change, okay, but I explained before how it worked. I already fine-tuned the sound, so it's fine, okay, so don't touch it. But as you can see, it is so easy to use. So well, now I've seen the small demo. Now I'm going to get to the conclusion. Honestly, it is a lot harder to demo this than to use it, because I need to pass a cable to show the small screen, all this, small monitor, all this. When I set it for me, it's a lot easier, okay? What I like about this switcher, first, it's not expensive. So if you're interested, there's a link in the description. It's not expensive, and there are some Black Friday offer right now. Second, it's possible to separate it, that's great, but most of it, it is a video switcher, but also a sound switcher, because the audio. The big problem of many video switchers is just for video. So if you want to manage the sound, the audio, that's a big problem. You need a separate mixer or whatever you call it, switcher for that, and that complicates everything. Here you have both options. You can have the input through the HDMI with the camera. You have separate microphone input. So this is really great. So I really like this. It is basic, yes. Some people will say, yeah, but you cannot put overlays, all this. Well, as you can see, you can use any streaming software. I use Ecamm Live, but you could use OBS or whatever, and then you can place your overlay there. So that's not really a problem, okay? So honestly, I think this is a great little tool, really affordable, and anyone who wants to broadcast can do that easily. But not just for broadcasting, because maybe you don't want to stream, but what you want is actually so broadcast doesn't have to be live, but stream in live time. Maybe you just want to record. So actually right now what I did was recording with the software I'm using normally for streaming, so that's easy. So in some situation, like if I do a photo shoot of a model, I can place 2-3 cameras, one pointing at me, one pointing at the setting and the model, and maybe a connection to my camera that is actually making the picture, so I broadcast everything, and I've got someone just pressing button according where I move. It's a lot more dynamic, and this is really great. Or maybe you're just cooking at home and you have a camera that is pointing at your face, one pointing at the plate, and you do this streaming, and you just press a button, and you have the right camera that is streaming at this time. So it is so easy to use. So for me, this product is completely recommendable. It is affordable, it works really fine. I could use it in 4K, so really great. So for me, no doubt, this is the tool to have to start. Maybe later you get a lot more advanced switcher, but if you never done it, you can start with this, and this is easy and it works. So yes, completely recommendable. I'll leave you a link in the description in case you would be interested in buying it. Don't forget, right now they have Black Friday offers, this product and many other Ulanzi products, so just click there. Thank you for it. What else? Well, we go. So thank you so much, Ulanzi, for sending me this product. Thank you to you for watching the video. If you feel it may interest other people, please share it on social networks. If you have not done it yet, please subscribe to my YouTube channel, the small button on here and the small bell. If you click on the bell, you will get notified when I upload a new video. My website, ericgibaud.com. If you have any question, can leave a comment below. And don't forget one thing, I've activated the member area of my YouTube channel. I don't speak about gear there, just tuition, tips, knowledge, all this about photography. So there's a join button just below if you want to become a member. Thank you so much. Also leave you affiliated links in description. Please use them. And by the way, if you buy anything from K&F Concept or Lumina Neo, there's links in the description. Use the code ERIC10 and you get 10% discount. Thank you so much, that really helps me. So that's it. Also leave you my PayPal account in case you wanted to make a donation. Thank you very much. Please take care of yourself and see you soon. Bye.